Hey film fans, welcome to CinePro, your ultimate hub for all movie recaps. From heartwarming classics to the latest blockbusters. The movie Shadow Puppet begins with Kate wakes up while screaming in a strange room alone, in her underwear, surprised by what's happening. She has lost her memory and doesn't know where she is. The room she was in is very strange, all white on white, with nothing but a mattress on the floor. Even the walls are all covered in white, and there are no windows, just a single door. She goes and bangs hard on the door, hoping someone might open it for her. She keeps shouting and trying to call for help from anyone. After a while, she hears the sound of screaming and the growling of animals. These sounds go on for a bit, but suddenly they stop and the lights start flickering. After a while, the light goes out. When it comes back, the door opens by itself. She goes out and finds a corridor with dim lighting in front of her. She looks and finds another room next to her. Inside, there is a man alone, asking her to let him out of the room. She opens the door and we find out his name is Jack. He's also in his underwear. None of them remember anything, not even their names. They walk around the place they are in until they reach an iron door. On the other side, there is another iron door and this one is open. Behind it, there is a man named Charlie with a woman named Stacy. After some talking, they realize they are all in the same situation together, so they agree to search the place to see if any of them can find any clue, explanation, or even a way out. Kate and Jack move and find a room with strange things and a box that looks like a coffin. She tells him, "I feel like this is a torture room." After a while, they hear the monster's sound again and are scared. Meanwhile, Charlie and Stacy find a room full of books and a board with some writing on it. After a while, they also hear the monster's sound. They walk a bit and find a terrifyingly dark area ahead. Stacy is afraid to go down, but Charlie encourages himself and goes down. When he gets there, he finds a swimming pool with a girl swimming in it. After a while, Stacy joins him. The girl's name is Amber. When she sees them, she tells them to stop sneaking around behind the wall. Charlie tries to get some information from her, but she turns out to be just like them, not knowing anything or how she got there. She asks them to turn around so she can get dressed. When they turn for her to get dressed, Charlie sees a very strange shadow of her on the wall. So he turns to look at her but finds her normal. The shadow appeared for a split second, so Stacy didn't catch it. They ask Amber why she isn't afraid. She replies, "Because I know we are all going to die in the end." After a while, Kate and Jack see a man tied up and dead, the second person to die on that device. Kate says she feels like she knows something about the machine, but can't remember anything. They find doctor uniforms and put them on, searching for anything in the lab. Kate finds a tray on top of the cabinet and asks Jack to look in it. The tray falls to the ground, making a loud noise, and they suspect someone might come after hearing it. After a while, a man named Dave comes and attacks Jack. He too has lost his memory like them, but because they're wearing doctor uniforms, he thinks they're real doctors and that they did this to him. He threatens Jack, but Kate tells him, "We're all wearing the same underwear as you." He calms down a bit and says he felt hopeless when he found himself alone and forgetting everything. She tells him they need to work together to find a way out. He says he found a door in the corridor over there, but when he got close, it closed automatically. They realize the sounds they heard earlier were from Dave trying to break the door. After a while, they see all the shadows in the place gather in one spot, forming a large, unknown figure. A spirit comes out of it and enters the body of a wolf. Jack tells everyone to run. Dave tries too, but the shadow pulls him back. Jack returns to the torture room, and Kate tells him to escape from there and look for a way out. They run a lot, with the shadow chasing them, until they reach the door locked with a chain. They break the chain at the last moment and barely manage to open the door. Jack gets into the lit room, heading toward the changing room. They enter and find no one, but the towel is still wet. Then Charlie and Professor Jack come in and say they knew a guy named Dave who died when a black shadow attacked him. Charlie doesn't believe it, but Jack says Dave said he found an escape door. Amber tells them, "Let's go find that door," and they all follow her. They reach a reinforced door with many keys on the ground. Eventually, they manage to open the door. Jack warns them, and downstairs, they find a guy named Steve, also with his memory wiped. Kate tells him the truth, and he joins them. Then he warns them about the woman in the room next to his. Amber is dragged away, and behind that door is a woman named Melissa, gagged and chained. Despite everyone's warning, Kate goes to her and opens the cell. After a while, the shadow gathers again, about to attack. But it moves away, and both Kate and Jack fall to the ground. Then Melissa breaks the light in the cell, plunging it into darkness. The woman dies with her body covered in blood. Kate feels guilty, but Jack takes her and escapes before anything happens to them. Then Steve gets angry and wants to kill her. Jack asks her, "Why did you leave us? And where did you go?" She says, "We are all going to die like the people who worked here." Charlie keeps asking why none of them remember anything, so they all start suspecting each other, feeling that someone among them knows something and is hiding it. Kate tells them, "We should calm down and not turn against each other. We need to unite to find a way out of this disaster." After a while, Kate finds a door and thinks about opening it to see what's behind it. Jack tells her to forget it, that it's not important, and that they should focus on how to get out. Inside, she finds 8 lockers, each with a file for each person. Charlie turns out to be a computer programmer, Stacy an executive manager, Jack a lawyer, Steve a criminal, and the others employees at the institution. In each locker, they find each person's clothes, and in Dave's locker, there is a gun and a flashlight. Steve takes the gun and leads the group, asking Amber to take them to the room where she woke up. On the way, they hear a phone ringing. They want to enter the office, but the door is locked. They try to open it, but can't, until the phone stops ringing. Amber takes them to her room, which is completely different from the others, with a beautiful bed, and a lampshade and a strange double mirror. They hear the phone ringing again behind the mirror. They find Steve breaking the mirror with a gun when he shoots at it and smashes it with that vase. Then they enter the room, but when they get in, they don't make it to the phone in time. This room was very terrifying because blood was covering all the walls. But the strange thing is that there are no bodies inside. They expected that many people died in the room. Charlie sits at the computer and goes through some data. He finds out that there was a doctor here named Frederick. This doctor was treating some people and erasing their memories, and those people were patients suffering from psychological trauma and volcanic ostriches. The first one the experiment was done on was also suffering from delusions. Their data was on the device. The summary, which is on the computer, is that Amber, Steve, and Jay were patients, and Dave, Malaysia, and Charlie were employees here at the place. Sassy was on the visitor list, but there was no data on Kate. She looked at the map of the place and told them that the only way in and out was from the upper floor, but getting out wasn't easy because the door was locked electronically. Charlie says, "Why don't we cut the power? That way we can open the door." But the problem is that he would need a laptop. Kate tells him, "It's not a problem, I saw one in the lab." But Steve says it's a bad idea to cut the power because the shadow creature becomes stronger in the dark, and that way we're just handing ourselves over to it. After a while, Charlie finds out that the swimming pool and the torture room each have a different power source than the door's power source, and Charlie says that means he can manage to open the door, but he'll need them to open the game and connect to the network, so he'll have to wait alone to carry out the mission. Kate says, "We can't leave you alone." Amber says, "I'll go with you. As soon as the network is connected, they will move immediately." It's agreed, so Charlie and Amber stay together, and the rest go their way to the lab. They go to the lab and don't find a body inside. The man is still on the device as he was. Even though the device recorded 8 cases, this man should be number 9 because there are 9 of them, including the man on the device. But the device only recorded 8. There's only one explanation. One of these people has been lying all this time. Steve says, "I suspect Charlie because he worked here as an employee and is still alive. And that's why he agreed with us to turn off the power and use the laptop here. But I doubt him and feel he's using us to open the door so we die." And he escapes. He tells them, "Stay here, don't turn on the game, and I'll go with Sassy to the door." After a while, they find out that the man on the device is Jack Robert through the bracelet on his arm. Then Kate talks to Jack and asks him to tell her the truth. He confesses and says their goal was to help people by making them forget their past lives and start a new one. But something went wrong. He tells her that the real Jack is unconscious in front of her, is brain dead. He says the memory wipe didn't work because they couldn't find his mind. His soul was gone. Since then, his pure soul became this shadow creature, and ever since, this evil soul has been thirsty to kill people's souls. He continues his confession and says he was the one who closed the institution, so neither he nor the monster could escape. When Kate finds out that this Jack is Dr. Frederick, whose data Charlie found on the computer, she asks him, "What's my real name?" He tells her, "You're my wife," and he turns on the computer to show her. He says Alyssa was against the idea and that she told Sassy about it in the annual review, which led to their research funding being cut off, so he had to wipe Melissa's memory. But Charlie and Dave didn't like what was happening, so he wiped their memories too. Even though she's his wife, she was against it, so to protect his love for her, he wiped her memory as well. After a while, Steve and Sassy return, and Frederick attacks Steve with a scalpel in his shoulder. Kate calls out to Sassy to escape, but before they escape, the network comes online. She gets shot in the leg and loses consciousness. On the other side, the network starts up, and Charlie manages to open the door. The lights go out. Charlie and Amber move next to the swimming pool, and the shadow creature attacks them. They both run and jump into the water, but Charlie says he's afraid of water, so he gets out. At that moment, the monster enters the water. Charlie tries to warn Amber, but it's too late. The monster attacks her and drags her under. As soon as the monster comes out of the water, the girl has disappeared, and the monster dives back into the water. Then Charlie runs and escapes from the place. After a while, who is Jack, wakes up and finds Kate in the torture room. He locks them in, and they hear the monster coming for them. Kate remembers what was said. The monster knows everyone's identity, so she starts taking off her clothes. But it's too late because the shadow creature is there to finish them off. Kate turns on the device and disappears inside it. Frederick tries to go to the door, but Sassy is waiting for him. Steve stabs him several times and shoots at him before he can realize he needs to escape the institution, and he was happy to still be alive. They head toward the door and find the monster blocking the exit. They turn on the flashlight and see him. They run and get out into the forest, but the monster follows them. It's dark outside, which is what the monster wants because that's when he's strongest. Both of them keep running, not knowing where to go, until they bump into something and fall to the ground. At that moment, the monster is running after them and is about to finish them off. But fortunately, the sun rises at the last moment. The monster tries to escape back inside, but the strong sunlight is against him. After a while, Kate wakes up and asks Charlie what happened to the shadow monster. He tells her the sun destroyed him. They both look up at the sky and then move together, walking their way out of the forest. And here we reach the end. If you liked today's video, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell to receive all new updates. See you in the next video. Goodbye.